you What is up, everyone? How's it going tonight? My aunt's testicles. Welcome to the stream. It's a very interesting name. So, what is up, Mr. Petrov? How you doing? Thank you to Golden Turtle 14 for the follow. Appreciate that. Keeb Ninja, welcome. How's everyone's Tuesday going? Frothy KK, welcome. That's not the one. There we go. That's the one. How's everyone doing? Tuesday's great. Further shipping tomorrow. Dude, I'm excited for your board, Mr. Petrov. That board is pretty freaking cool looking. Try to see if I can center this under the chat. What is up, Jeff Leopard? Brez, how you doing? So if you can't tell, things are a little bit different, at least for me. I've gone on over to the overhead as well. I wanted to start a little bit earlier tonight. I know I said I wouldn't start until around 8 p.m. But I definitely wanted to get going a little bit early. I'm very excited about the overhead shot. It's a little bit tighter than I'd like. So I'm gonna play around with it more later and make sure that next build stream, it might actually be at the desk behind me. I'm trying to do that as well to kind of get everything off my desk. Unfortunately, we'll lose the beautiful marble that is my desk, but it'll be a nice wood grain was my dining room table that has never been used as a dining room table. But yeah. So, today, we are building an OSA. Number 9 out of 20. Boom. If you don't know, my favorite number is 9. My birthday is September 9th. So I turned... It would have been nice if I was born in 1990, because my birthday would have been... I would have turned 9 in September 9th of 1999, but fortunately, I was born a couple years after that. So not quite that lucky with the number 9, but still pretty decent. Well, so I want to tell you a little bit about these Zelios, the way I lubed them. I lubed them with 3203, and then let me grab it. I tried something a little bit different. So I use this PTFE dry bike lubricant. I use this on the stems, and then I used 3203 on the bases. So basically I put this on here, let it dry, and then put 3203 in the base. And man, I'm excited. These things, they feel ultra extra smooth. So pretty excited to get these in here and try them out. I thought about doing Zycos, but I decided that I just wanted to do the regular, not like linears. I know some people use this for linears. I did not lube the legs with these. So the legs on the stem were not lubed. So but I'm excited. They feel super smooth. I'm hoping that I get a nice little extra smoothness out of doing the PTFE, the dry PTFE, but we'll see. You can feel free to paste a link if you would like, Mr. Petrov. I would love to see the board as well. So, we are building it with a brass plate. I actually have 2 plates, so we might have a another OSA build stream at some point in the future. This one is a little bit smudged up because I've kind of been messing around with it. I did clean it a little bit, but it's like sandblasted brass, so it doesn't have a huge, it's not like PVD or anything, so it takes to your fingers and the oils and stuff. Patina's nicely, as some people would say. And then I did want to show off the PCB. I know a lot of y'all have seen the OSA before. A lot of y'all have seen the finished product, but I'm not sure how many of the people that are here have seen the actual OSA PCB, because it's pretty freaking cool looking, and it has a little bit of a kind of cool story. Basically we were going to use some different PCB. I believe it's called the Wonderland, and that didn't quite come through, and so we basically had a group decision to make of whether or not we wanted to design a PCB or we wanted to purchase something like the Project Keyboard. And that time I think the only thing that was out from Project Keyboard was the USB mini version, and we wanted USB-C. So freaking Blind Assassin and remember, I know his real name, JR. JR designed this together in 2 days. So it was definitely awesome to have this happen, and it came out really, really well. As Awani, I don't know how to say your name. The Blind Assassin logo looks pretty freaking cool. It's on both sides. Yeah, JR. So looks pretty freaking awesome. So I'm excited to build in it and put it back in the bag until I need it. But so move this up just a little bit. Keep it in the shot though, so you can see it. So first things first, we're gonna start out with our stabs. So I am doing split backspace with this still, even though it is a Alice style layout. I prefer split backspace, it's just closer for me. I like it. So I'm doing split backspace as well as short shift. So just my preferred layout. So I only need 4 to use. If you're doing I guess more standard layout, you would need 6 to use. Right? 2, 3, 6 to you stabs. I forgot my some of my tools. I was so excited to get started with my new top-down setup that I forgot some of my tools. I have to grab them real quick. I basically have everything in just a little tray. Behind me I have like the little one of those little, like, I guess deals that has all of these, and I just put all my little tools. I got one that's just all my tools. So can clip these bad boys. I like the top down more too. I think initially I thought that I would like the over the shoulder more, but top down just really looks better. I feel like just easier to see what's going on. The gray anode does look really good. I definitely agree. One thing that's really nice about this board is that, like, it's like this one has like almost no imperfections. There are like one scratch. I didn't really show it off, but so you can kind of see. So there's the OSA logo, number 9 out of 20. I did already put bump-ons on. Basically, the only thing is there's like one small scratch on this right here. But other than that, this thing's perfect. Also, it's on the bottom, so I don't really care. Because I'm not gonna like lift this board up and turn it around and look at it. But the finish on this, the anode is really, really good. It has some small inconsistencies, but the finish looks really good overall. They did a great job with this. So basically right now, if you are not familiar with this process, I'm clipping the legs off of these that kind of slam against the PCB, cause a little bit of rattle. Wow, Chewy, wow. So this is original. This is clipped. Yay! Helps them not rattle as much and be as gross sounding. It's like the single, if you're gonna do one thing to your keyboard, that's like the single best modification you can do is clipping and lubing your stabs. Once you figure out how you like those, and once you get those down, I think that that's like the biggest thing you can do. More so than lubing switches by a significant margin, actually, in my opinion. Some other people might disagree with that. But if you've ever used like a decently nice board with bad stabs, it's like, oh man, this sucks. This ruins this board. What's up, Yui? How you doing, my dude? It's the beginning of the fall. I feel like that's true for anyone. And like honestly, if you're watching this and you're brand new in the community, like you don't have to take them apart to necessarily lube them. Like if you have like a Corsair board or something, or like a Ducky or something, and you just want to make it a little bit better, you could actually pull the like if say the stab was like together, you could pull it up and kind of like lube these a little bit, and that would help, you know, like if you had something like super lube, which is pretty cheap, or dielectric grease, that would help with the rattle. So all hope is not lost if you have something that has like soldered in stabs. Doing Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. God, what is happening to Little Pump? Like, what is he even up to nowadays? Seeing the anodized doses makes you regret getting raw. Why? You have unlimited options with raw. You can have it anode if you'd like. True, you do have to. Not soldered in stabs. I meant like your board's soldered, but your stabs aren't able to come out unless it's a plateless board. Like if you have like a Corsair or something, those stabs are not coming out unless you take apart the board. But if you were just to pull this out a little bit, you're just gonna go whoop, and then lube these up a little bit, and then push it back down, kind of work it. Maybe do it again a little bit, work it a little bit. Could help get some lube in there. It's a better option than doing nothing for a like big brand out of the box board. You didn't have to make that sexual, Jeff. I appreciate the Craigasm, but I wasn't farming the Craigasms. Get all these little bits of plastic up. So, while I start to lube this, I had to put together my NK65 the other day, and I was lazy and didn't tune the stabs. Biggest mistake I made this year, luckily. They're plate mount stabs. Ooh. You got out of one there. You got out of one there. Did you win that? Is that the one that you won from the giveaway with Top Clack? Oh, got you, so I had to. True. Nice, dude. Well, I'm glad you got it. Hopefully you like it. How is it? But in talking about our sponsors, quick shout out to switchmod.net. You can go to switchmod.net/mechsondeck to get some 205 grade 0, which is what I use on my stabs and has been a life changer since switching over from like Super Lube or dielectric grease. Definitely a better option. Sorry for the noise there. But the 205 grade 0 just feels a little bit better to me. I think it lasts longer than dielectric grease or Super Lube. So definitely recommend that. Also, coming up on starting Saturday, we will have a promo code for $5 off GMK Metaverse V2. Oh, nice. What's up, Jax? So thanks to switchmod.net, we will have a $5 off GMK Metaverse V2 code. We'll have links to that in our Discord, so be sure to join our Discord so you can stay up to date to that, because there's going to be a little bit of a competition. We'll have a code for Chewy and a code for myself, and if you use my code, you get $5 off, and it counts towards me. If you use Chewy, it counts towards him, and at the end, we're going to see whose code got used the most, and we're going to come up with something that we have to do. So, but yeah, use those codes, pick up Metaverse. Pretty inexpensive, and getting $5 off makes it even better of a buy. So definitely stay tuned for that code. Those will be coming out here in the next couple days. And then next up, actually we'll get started here. I want to answer some chat real quick. Does dielectric grease dry up like super lube? I think it does. It just lasts a little bit longer. Loser shaves the beard. That's funny. You can actually get a big tub of lube like this from switchmod.net. So you have to purchase, I think it's like between 35 and 45 mils or milligrams. I don't want to say mils. That's a different measurement. Milligrams of lube, or milliliters, not milligrams, milliliters. I'm all over the place with my measurements. And once you purchase that, you can add the tub on there. I think it's like $3 or $4. So definitely, if you're interested in that, pick that up. Dielectric grease turns into boogers. Yeah, I never really used it. I had a big thing of super lube that I used, so I never really used dielectric grease. One of you is about to develop a complex about who the audience likes better. The good thing is that I don't think either of us really care that much. Like, I feel like this is gonna be like a little bit it's not sad by any means. Like, this is a realization. Chewy is a little bit more of a likable person overall than I am, I feel. So I think that he's definitely gonna win, but I want to try. So I need some help. Did you just admit that you're the Huey of the partnership? Listen, the dynamic that Chewy and I have is the reason why we are successful. Now that you said that, you're my favorite. Well, I appreciate that. What did you just say to me? I said that you're more likable than I am, Chewy, and you know it. I yell at people. It's the beard. It's the hair. I don't know if I was more likable when I had long hair, which, if people didn't know, I used to have long hair. In fact, when Chewy and I first met, I had long hair. Shave my entire body. No. Bring back long hair. I can't now. The thing is it's like, well, I guess I could, but there's just too much of an awkward stage to bring back long hair. Like, I wear a suit every day for work. Like, I have to look nice. job. Definitely Chewy's. Chewy's is still longer. I don't think there's been a point where his hair was shorter than mine since we've known each other. Haven't you seen Dave? You know, I guess I could, but the problem is getting there. If I could just skip like a year of the growth, then yeah. There's just so much awkward time. And funny story that you bring up mullets, make Nova. So I used to be a scene kid when I was in high school. There was a point where I had a pretty badass mullet. In fact, on my driver's license for when I turned 18, I had a pretty nasty mullet. It was great. Like full on, like pretty decent mullet. It was nice. It was pretty solid. Just wear a wig for a year. True. Can't really fight with that, except for like good wigs are expensive as shit. Pixar, it didn't happen. I have some. I'll put them in the Discord. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. Stash, how you doing, my dude? You having a good night? Hope you are. Bam, 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 bam. Did you drive a Honda Civic and blast Bring the Horizon? I didn't. I drove a either Chevy Impala or an Acura TL, which became my car. So almost a Honda, basically a Honda Civic, but like the fancier version, right? Like, or no, I guess it's more of like an Accord. The TL is more of like an Accord. What keycaps am I going with? I am going with GMK Waves. Dun, 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 dun. I got lucky. The C on my escape of waves is not trying to run away. It's not trying to go to the heavens. So, pretty stoked about that. Wow, Huey, first time follow. Appreciate it. Wow. Come on, man. Really? True, true. What is up, Neb? How you doing, my dude? Prepare to get raided? What am I getting raided by? Who am I getting raided by? Oh, wow. Fun. This is going to be an interesting stream. Do I know? Do they know? I don't know. I haven't really looked into the like the issue. Like I haven't researched it recently. I'm assuming it's something with the molds. It seems like the molds for those, like the smaller legend keycaps, is what they're having issues with. They're not having as many issues with the like regular alphas. Like I know a lot of the Oblivion sets are a little bit more. Holy crap. Luffy is cute. Welcome everyone. Nathan, thank you for the raid of 285 people. I appreciate it. Welcome everyone from the Teha Types stream. I hope you enjoyed Nathan's build. All the follows, I appreciate it. Did he play any Teha snipes today? Not to brag, but this is your janky render. I appreciate it, my doggy. Is Luffy one of his cats? Is that one of his new cats? No, he's a slacker. Awesome. Luffy is his cat. Luffy. Sorry. Luffy and Nami. Interesting. Oh, Luffy's cute thing. Oh, okay. Well, welcome everyone. If this is your first time here to Mechs on Deck, this is a little bit different than what we typically do. So we plan on doing build streams every week, but if you don't know, Mechs on Deck is consistent of myself as well as Chewy, he is much more majestic looking. They used to call him Aslan for a reason. He's got a big old mane, a majestic beard. But we stream every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday is just Chewy and I talking about things in the community, talking about new things to get into, just general topics. Tuesdays is a build, and Wednesdays is a interview. So if you were here when we had Nathan on a few months ago, you know what that is like. It's actually kind of shifted away from interviews. It's more just kind of hanging out with some prominent community members. Tomorrow we will be streaming again with a guest that goes by the name of Jay, coincidentally. And Jay is the general manager of the Overwatch League team, the Toronto Defiant. So we're going to be talking about custom keyboards, esports, travel, all of that. So it's going to be a good time. Do I have a favorite Switch? Okay. Yes, I do. So I like tactiles. So here's where we on Mechs on Deck, myself and Chewy, we differ from Nathan pretty heavily in our Switch preferences. He's a big linear guy. I feel like it's safe to say he loves linears. Chewy and myself both love tactiles. If I had to go with my favorite pre-built Switch, it'd probably be Zelio V2s. Franken Switch, it'd probably either be Holy Pandas if you're going easy. If you want to go big, if you want to really kind of go for the end game, as some people say, Zycos. And if you don't know what those are, I'm gonna put something in the chat so you can see. I don't know where my there you go. All right, exclamation point Zycos. So that Switch was created by my co-host Chewy, and it's an incredible Switch. If you have those pieces, definitely put one together, see how you like. See how you like it. It's a great Switch. Definitely worth trying. Nice. Yeah, I know he's been talking about building those Zycos for you. Also, Kevin, don't unsub to Nathan. Don't do that to my boy. I mean, I'll take the sub. I would appreciate the sub, but you're gonna do that to Nathan. It is a super smooth Switch. It does need a heavy spring though, because the Switch is so tactile. It's probably one of the most tactile Switches that I felt, except for Browns. So thinking about trying something similar with new Tangerines. You know, people love love Tangerines. I haven't tried the new ones, but Tangerines are probably my least favorite Switch of all time, in all honesty. I know it looks like I have a lot of lube. Also, Upos, hi. How you doing, my dude? I saw you earlier. It looks like I have a lot of lube on here, but I don't. I'm using like, let's see if I can get this to focus on the brush. I use the side that doesn't have a lot on it, and then I have the other side has more. So, new Tangerine's are crazy smooth. I don't remember what this is called. This is like a jewelry thing, I think. The other thing that you can get is a lead. There's like a lead holder thing that you can get that does a very similar thing. I know that they have them on the TX site, so definitely that is a pretty cool option. Pretty inexpensive as well. But this is actually not a jewelry tool, at least the one that diamond holder, the one that I bought. It's actually this was marketed as for PCB components, like for small like resistors and stuff. But it's called different things. You can find them on Amazon. They're like a couple bucks. Definitely worth purchasing if you lube a lot. You got some Gateron Milky Tops blacks based on recommendations from the last episode. Leaving them now. Nice, man. Hopefully you enjoy them. My first switch, my first board was lubed terribly. But it had Gateron Browns, which I still have. Unintentionally bought Milky Top Gateron Browns, I think. I don't remember. I've got them somewhere. But not a bad switch. Gatorons are such a good bang for your buck, in all honesty. Dude, got yellows. Oof. Those are nice. I actually almost built this with linear switches. Thought about getting inks. I think because I do have a second plate for the OSA. I'm going to build that one with a linear. I think I'm going to do alpacas, actually. I'm going to try to get some alpacas. If I can't get alpacas, I'm just going to get some either inks or yellows. Definitely want to try some inks or yellows. That typo made that sentence hilarious. 256K. Have I been building with creams at all? So yes, Fixed Club, I have. I built my Sirius, which is actually right here. This is my Sirius. And this has Nolive creams in here. So they're basically the same thing. It's a recolored, recolored cream with a little bit lighter spring. Actually, no, right now, never mind. This is not that build. Sorry. This is T1's. Where's my other plate? This one. This is my other plate. This is creams. These are Nolive creams. Same thing, 63.5 gram spring. Yeah, sound great, look great. I actually just put those T1s in that I have a linear and a tactile build for my Sirius because I got 2 plates. Thank you for the follow, Bottom Force. Appreciate it, my dude. Dude, 9s is a Craigasm, man. I don't remember the name of this pen thing, the brand. It came with this. So maybe a DIY phone. I don't know. I'd have to look it up later. Cartoon, just shoot me a DM on Discord and I'll get the link. I'll go through my purchase history and send it to you. Yep, just shoot me a DM. No worries. Don't need to apologize for asking a question. Appreciate people being here, being engaged, saying what up. It's definitely worth it to use. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely stole a lot of my tool options from Man of Interest, or Huey, as some people in the community know him. Both this and the using a electric screwdriver, definitely worth it. Man! Oof, got a raid from 001 Anthony. Appreciate it, Anthony. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a fantastic night. What is up, Alhex? How you doing? Tonight we are building a gray OSA, which is this. It's an Alice style layout. It's aluminum. It's got a brass plate. Got a fancy little brass weight on it. It is not the TX stem holder thing. It's just a like jewelry holder, I guess. Diamond holder is what some people have called it. Just got it on Amazon for a few bucks. I enjoy it. Thank you for the follows, guys. 99 Walker and Lil Goulet. What is my daily driver? Right now, my daily driver is my Sirius at home. And then at work, I have my Orange 75, which if you watched Anthony's stream about 2 or 3 months ago, you would have seen him do some repair work to that PCB. It's a Mao White Orange 75 with Hyperfuse origins. It's got Xylent V2s, which is why I use it for work. And then here at home, right now I am using my Sirius with my tactile build, which is right now T1s. I just replaced the Holy Pandas that were in there for some T1s. Because I won some at the Dallas meetup a few months ago, and I wanted to try them out. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like it. Alhex, that is the one with Hyperfuse origins on it. Riverdax5, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, my doggy. Yeah, Alhex, it is got Hyperfuse origins. It's a really like clean look. Like they match super well. Every time I want to take Hyperfuse origins off of that board, I'm like, but it looks so good. Why don't I like T1s versus Holy Pandas? So there's something weird about T1s to me. I feel like they have a slight like rattle to them. They just don't feel as nice. Did I film? I didn't do anything to them. They are 100% stock. I'm doing this thing where I take like switches that I put them in my Sirius and I use them for like 2 or 3 months, completely stock, and then I lube them because I want to see if that does anything. Obviously, as you know, plastic on plastic definitely causes things to get smoother. So I want to kind of break them in a little bit and then leave them up. What up, NGB 09229? Yeah, filming T1s does help. I have heard that. Definitely not the Holy Panda, the clones that came to me. My thing is they claim to be 95% of a Holy Panda, which they very much are not that. I would say it's about like 70%. And that's pushing it. I wonder if I can hold this with this. Does this work? Oh, next level. Thoughts on acoustics of the Sirius 60? I like it. I definitely enjoy it. It's definitely worth a purchase. If you have the money, it's definitely worth the purchase. I think, do they have Siriuses in stock still? I know at one point they did. Do they still have them? Yeah. So right now you can get a Sirius and Win keyless with the weight for $325. Definitely worth it. Win keyless looks awesome and is my preferred layout. If you want to see what it looks like IRL, give me like 2 seconds. Here you go. Boom. This is a Win keyless Sirius. I like the acoustics. Palm is just so natural sounding. This isn't the most beautiful key set. It's just JTK purple and white. But it fits. It fits. It looks decent. Yeah. Sirius is definitely worth $325. Like 100%. It's not insanely heavy. It's sounds good. It looks good. You can beat it up, and it's not gonna. You can throw it around, and it's not gonna break. Mr. Petrov has had one that's been all over the world, pretty much. A monkey stole it, so definitely worth getting if you've got the money. It was my board of 2019. My number one board of 2019. The palm plate is significantly more flexible than you probably expect. So I would definitely be aware of that. But if you're looking for some flex, it's definitely got a significant amount of flex. So it works really, really well. To me, I know a lot of people like flex, and I feel like a lot of people, when they are thinking about flex, they're thinking more of like the bottom out. For me, it's not about the bottom out. I enjoy the flex back up, if that makes sense. Like when you've got the space bar, you press in the space bar and it comes back up and it kind of vibrates throughout the board. It's definitely, it feels nice. It feels nice. Little bit of bounce. A little bit of bounce. That's the right word. That's the word I'm looking for. The springiness, that's also a good way to describe it. A little bounciness. Let's see if I can do this without. Doesn't quite work for that. I probably did that off screen. Sorry, still getting used to this overhead. But yeah, sponsors. What is up, Jeremy? How you doing? Darth Baker 89. Appreciate the follow, my dude. Hope you were having a good night. So sponsors, you can go to switchmod.net/Mechs on deck. Get 4% off your lube. I'm doing this upside down. I was about to make an uh-oh, but it's okay. We realized before we were done. But if you go to switchmod.net/Mechs on deck, get 4% off your lube needs. You can get some 3203, 3204, 205 grade 0. I believe he is out of stock right now, but bookmark it, check it every once in a while, see what he's got cooking. He's running GMK Metaverse starting Saturday, and we will have a code. If you come to our Discord, we'll have a code coming up shortly to get $5 off GMK Metaverse, which is kind of the first time that I've seen that. He had a small restock earlier. Nice. Hopefully he can get back in stock. I know he had the huge drop order. But yeah, we'll have a code for $5 off GMK Metaverse. So be on the lookout for that. Join the Discord to stay in touch with us about what that code will be and how you can get $5 off Metaverse. Next up, we've got Zap Cables. You can go to zapcables.com. Pick yourself up a fancy USB-C cable or a USB mini cable, whatever you need. And then check out their desk mats. They're pretty awesome. They're super colorful. If you like tattoos, if you like American Flash, he's got a Flash desk mat that looks pretty freaking cool, if that's your jam. So check it out. Then, of course, we've got Dixie Mech. You can go to mechsondeck.dixiemech.com. Pick up GMK Burgundy Round 3. Pretty crazy. Round 3. Third or fourth round 3, I think. Only a few round 3s. Definitely a set you want to get in on. Burgundy is very clean. It's one of those sets that I feel like when it is released, people want it, and if they don't get it, they're upset that they didn't. I am failing using this, so I'm gonna take this off. Check out GMK Fuyu right now. That's by our boy Myknos, friend of the channel, #1 in the Discord. Check it out. Please consider GMK Fuyu. I'm gonna shill for him. If you like blue, if you like pink, check it out. Pretty cool looking set. GMK Weebento. Wow. Myknos is not here to defend himself. But last but not least, after you're done picking up Burgundy and that Metaverse with that $5 off promo code, head on over to Project Keyboard. I'm going to drop the sponsors one more time. Head on over to Project Keyboard. Pick yourself up a Tengu. You know, if you like the Alice style layout and you can't get an Alice, you don't want to spend $1,500-$1,600 on an Alice. The OSA, there's only 20. Those are all gone. You can get a Tengu right now. Alice style layout, gasket mount. Pretty freaking cool looking. It's in a couple colors. Get yourself black, silver, gray, red, polycarb. Definitely worth it. Actually, I don't know if they have black. I might have misspoke there. But check it out. Check out the Tengu. Pretty cool little board. Gasket mount Alice style board. They do have black. I was right. Black, gray, red. No silver. Thank you, Awani. Awani. I don't know how to say these words. I'm just a white boy from Texas. So how's everyone's Tuesday going? What did Nathan build? Those of y'all who were at Nathan's stream. I stopped by for just a few seconds, but then I had to leave. I didn't really get a chance to pay attention because I had to get this all set up because I wanted to try out the new overheadness. It's okay, I'll respond to whatever. Thank you. This is the OSA. Thank you for the follow, Bonnie. It's Wednesday where you're at. I'm assuming if it's Wednesday, you are in Europe somewhere. Did I put that in? Upside down? How's the future? I'm doing this off screen, I'm sorry. New Zealand. Interesting. How's it going there? It's amazing. Are y'all having as many issues with the fires? I'm not up to date. I know that Australia is having issues with fires. I was not sure if New Zealand was also having similar issues. Oh, River Dax 5 is from Auckland. There we go. What PCB am I using? So this one came with a PCB, or well, it was available with a like not proprietary, but a specific PCB, which I'll show off here in a second. You just finish up this last 2 stabs, and then we'll take a gander on over at the stabs. It was yellow because of the smog drag from Australia. Man, it's really unfortunate how regular forest fires of that magnitude have become in the last couple of years, between the ones that we've had here in California, not here in California, but here in America, in California, and then now with Australia. It's crazy how that's normal. It's normal, which is almost disgusting to say. The smoke has to be bad. Smoke, I'm sure the smoke is like insane. No, not of this magnitude. But I mean, yeah, this year it's Australia. Last year it was devastating forest fires in the fall in California. And that's kind of been recent history. The last 2 or 3 years, we've had insane forest fires here in the United States, in California. It's what I'm saying is it's crazy that is not considered normal, but it is more regular than it should be. There's a lot of support, yeah. I know there's been tons of streamers doing a bunch of good stuff. I know Loser Fruit had her charity stream that did really, really well. I know there was that girl that raised like a crap load of money by selling nudes, which was pretty hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty funny. Yeah, drought is making fires more common. Yeah. I mean, we have pretty intense droughts here in Texas. It's pretty intense, but luckily we don't have the forests really to have that level of fires. I'm sorry, I keep doing things out of screen. It was an Australian model, yeah. I know that those pictures got leaked, and it was funny because I saw comments on Twitter where people were like, if you look at the leaks, you gotta at least donate $1. True. Like, why would you leak that? Like, doing it for a good cause. Don't leak that. Alright, so where is... I can't remember who asked. They're asking what PCB. So this is the proprietary PCB for OSA. Not proprietary. It's the Alice style PCB for the OSA. So if you weren't here earlier, designed by Blind Assassin and JR. They combined on this to make this happen. Yeah. Pretty freaking cool looking. I'm gonna put this down so I have something to put the PCB on instead of just my desk. I'm gonna have to double check these to make sure that I'm right before I start putting switches in. What's up, Singapore? How you doing, Toki? You having a good night so far? You enjoying the Tuesday? Getting ready for that hump day? You ready to get on that hump? In the hole. It'd help if I did them the right way. I have 205 grade 0 all over my fingers. I need to move this up so you can see it. You can't see it. There you go. Sorry, buds. All right. Looking forward to any GMK sets in January. I am actually looking forward to a couple things. I like GMK Burgundy round 3. I probably won't get it just because I don't like it enough to get it, honestly. I'm definitely going to get Metaverse, which will go live on switchmod.net/Mechs on deck in a few days. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We will actually have a $5 discount code for Metaverse coming up here in a few days. So stay tuned to our Discord, which the link is right there for that. Save yourself some money on an already pretty fairly priced set. But I think Metaverse is probably the one I'm most hyped for. Metaverse is kind of a... Metaverse is also kind of a set that I feel like I really missed out on round 1. Discord link does not work. No! Does this one work? How about that one? Try that one. There you go. Come say hey. Not sure how many of y'all are gamers, but if you are, yeah, /Osiris. If you're a big gamer, come hang out with us. We play video games. We we hang out in general chat. We play some Rainbow Six, some Overwatch, some Counter-Strike, so some Halo sometimes. So if that's your jam, come hang out with us. And by us, I mean myself and Chewy, who is the other co-host to this shebang that we like to call Mechs on Deck. Pass on Darling to get Blink. Probably get Metaverse since I don't have any black and white sets anymore. Nice. Gonna pass on Darling to get Blink. Interesting. I think Metaverse, I'm really hoping it does really, really well. I think Metaverse is a beautiful set. I like the changes that they did. I know it made the base kit smaller, but it made it less expensive. So I think that's a great opportunity for more people to get in on it. Sorry if there's like a weird noise. That's the screwdriver. Why do those look bent? Interesting. You're looking forward to GMK Firefly Extras. Amir's a good dude. Firefly is a cool looking set. I definitely agree with you. I feel like it was a little bit slept on. I think the Satisfaction 75 is a beautiful board. I don't know if it's necessarily the most beautiful board ever, but I think it's definitely one of the better 75s. I like 75s that have a standard F-row. I get your thoughts about Metaverse having the red novelties. I definitely agree. I think that they could have had, I think they probably should have had some, but I understand why they didn't. I feel like a lot of people, oh, I don't need those. I've got two right there. I feel like a lot of people liked Metaverse for just the black and white. Didn't necessarily need all of the novelties, all that red. It was a Metaverse round one was a really big base kit. It was huge. In this day and age where we're cutting numpads, we're making things smaller to make them less expensive, making sure it supports everything up to a TKL, except for 40s. Sorry about your 40s. I'm okay with things getting smaller to lower the price, but the additional kits have to make sense. That's the other thing. Is the additional the other kits in the set have to make sense from a price standpoint, because there's going to be a lot of people that have to purchase the numpad kit. There's going to be a lot of people that have to purchase the ISO kit. So those have to make sense. I think a good example of a set that made sense with the pricing that they did and how they split things out was Olivia round 2, Olivia plus plus, I should say. I think you had ISO separated, makes it cheaper for everyone here that does not use ISO, and ISO add-on was still less than what round 1 base was. So still I think it was like 135. Ooh. pretty much stopped typing on Cherry Profile. Why is that? Why is that, Toki? I think waves will look really nice. I'm excited. I should probably do this with the plate. In fact, I'm probably going to retest when I put the plate on. This one still needs more. Pretty much only SA. Interesting. You have one board with me. Sorry. Mizu is a beautiful set. If you can get a hold of it at a pretty fair price, I would definitely recommend picking up Mizu if you haven't. Let's try that again. Definitely better. Wish you would have found the hobby sooner. Only just a favorite clicky switches. That's an interesting question because I feel like that's about to change significantly. I don't know if y'all saw today, Novel Keys released their Sherbert switches. I'm interested to try those, as well as Zeal announced their clicky switches. Is there any information on those? Only what is on the Zeal page. So, he does have them on the page, so definitely check those out. I don't think there's typing tests yet, but I know that that will be coming soon. Okay, see, something about this feels weird. Is it really supposed to be that tight? Excuse me. Still gonna be... It's a very tight plate. Quick one on IG. I think so. I think they did the same thing, like, what? Click bar with normal sim, yeah. Click bar switches, I think, are awesome. I think it's... I'm excited for the Sherberts. I'm excited for the new Zeal. If I had to say of a switch that I've tried as far as clickies, it's going to be Box Navies or Jades, honestly. Those are really the only two that I really like. I do like Speed Pale Blues. Or the Pale Blues. I don't think they're called Speed Pale Blues, but the Pale Blues. Box whites are nice, but they're too light. Jeff's not a click bar fan. Unlucky. I need to make sure that my... This isn't the right spacebar. It's these two, isn't it? Wait. Almost just dropped my entire base kit. before we get going, I've got to check these. Luxao 76. I don't want to make the grave mistake that everyone else has made. It should be, and by everyone else I mean just a few people that I've seen build Alice style boards where they mess up this side. Okay. So it should be 5 control, 1.5 control, is that right? I'm gonna have to check with the top. I'm just putting all right. I don't want to be a giant papega and get this wrong, so I'm checking this before I make anything permanent. And by permanent I mean solder, and that's not permanent at all. But I don't want to have to unsolder. Donde aquí. OSA gray is really amazing, honestly. Like, I'm sad that there was only 3 grays. The blue is really nice too. It's like a super dark navy blue. Nebulant has the blue. Blind Assassin, the designer of the board, has the blue. I know we're going slow, guys. I'm sorry. Aside for the time being. Alright. Let's see if I messed up. Did I mess up? Did I mess up or did I get it right? Oh, yes, I'm right. Okay. Perfect. How much did the OSA sell for? I honestly don't remember. I don't remember, honestly. Yeah, holes for the PCB are for the top mount. Alright. I don't remember how much OSA sold for, in all honesty. Less than what you can buy an Alice for, by a very significant margin. I don't know if it would be considered a good thing to share either. Ballpark, yeah. So now we can get into the fun part. It was a private group buy. It was in like, yeah. Sure, I'll let Chuck say. I don't want to out anyone. There was only 20 of them. There is no plan for a public run at this time that I'm aware of. I'm sure we will let you know if it is. Granted, there is the Tengu out right now, which is obviously it's the same layout. And it's gasket mount, so that's pretty cool. A little bit different. And yes, Hoosier Tom, there is only 20 of them, and everything is serialized. Every piece of the board is serialized except for the PCB, obviously, and the plate. So, I need to turn this on. I need to plug it in. When did the GB run? July, I think? Late July? I don't remember. I'm terrible at remembering when things ran because I try. So this is a little tip. I buy things and then I forget about them. Because if I forget about it, then I don't get upset when it's late. Then it's a surprise in the mail, as style_y said. Red Tengu is hot. Red Tengu is pretty freaking sexy. Not gonna lie. Who that is? Crack a Jack. How you doing, my dude? The PC Tengu looks weird with so many screws, Sean. You know, I'm okay with the PC Tengu. I don't have any PC boards. Would love to try one out. Tengu could be the one for you. The only problem is you forgot and never changed. Get the package, you don't follow up. My thing is with the group buys, a lot of times you don't have to follow up. Which weight? I just got the standard brass sandblasted. Number 9. Chewy and I have the same one. His is just different. Steel is real. Dude, the steel was freaking sweet looking. Not gonna lie. I want mine big bad. Dude, you need to get yours. It's coming soon. I feel like we don't see a lot of round 2s because I feel like we'll start to see more round 2s, but I feel like we don't right now because a lot of them are people who are making boards that they just really want, and they don't necessarily have a lot of desire to necessarily, you know, sell a crap load of them. Milk's got some out cases for packing. That's without there. All right, sorry. So there is a market. There is a market for round twos. Matt's answering Jeremy's question. Sorry. There's a market for round twos. The thing is, I feel like a lot of people are making boards for themselves, not necessarily to create a company out of those boards. That's why you see a lot of round twos with people like Rama, for instance, because it is a company. TX Keyboards, they'll do a lot of round twos because that is their job. You're not going to see as many for like one-offs or like things like this, like the OSA. Blind Assassin, the designer himself. How you doing? And myth, the legend, assassin. Sorry. Too much solder. He assassinates the blind. No more TX round. Rename. This is choose of this. Can you speak? Workers have been put into pieces on the case design. Please waste not near round 2 for success. True. But you have to remember, a lot of stuff in this community is not done. It's done to have, not to make money. We're shifting to the point where making money and being a successful business is starting to happen more and more, which I think is a healthy thing for the community. I think that will help out with providing more options for people, especially people who are just starting out. You know, you look at boards like the Sirius, that's going to be a stocked option. I'm not sure if the Valkyrie will be once that is available, but I would assume that it'd be a similar situation. Also, some people just want to have a small scale. They just want to do, you know, a small buy of 20 boards and have that be it. Maybe they don't want to deal with a round 2. Some people want to preserve that. Some people want to preserve that uniqueness and that small quantity. So that's one of the beautiful things about this community is it's up to the designer, it's up to the runner, how many they do, if they do a round 2, how long the buy's open for, how many they offer. Also, QC kind of sucks. So there's that. Especially if it's a public buy. QC is kind of a not fun thing to do. I think we need more open buys at the lower price point. Something like a Sirius, like a, you know, what Project Keyboard is doing, what Canon Keys is doing. We need that. It's healthy for the community. We also need private buys for designers to get off the ground, for designers to kind of develop and hone their skills in what they're doing. Because by doing that, it gets them acclimated with working with vendors, gets them acclimated working with manufacturers, handling QC, knowing what to look for, what to accept and what not to accept. You can buy the Sirius. Click that link, charge your keyboard, and then click shop. You'll see Sirius there. Click Sirius, and they only have Win keyless in stock right now. Definitely worth it to pick up. Win keyless is the best layout anyway. Mr. Petrov, welcome back, my dude. I hope you had a fantastic run of errands. Just picked up Sirius last night. Hopefully you used the code. Hopefully you used our link. If you did, thank you. If not, still enjoy your board. All right, now that we got those anchor switches in here, I didn't do another run through on the stabs. Doesn't work. It's this one. Like I did that. This one is definitely too... I'm gonna fix that one up. I re-lubed it a little bit. It's just a little bit much. Even that out a little bit. What happened to last Wednesday's stream? So, it's kind of funny. We were talking, we had 159 on. We were talking, saying that don't be a dick. Basically, don't be a dick. Someone was a dick. Stream had to get deleted. It is what it is. Some things were said that didn't need to be said. And stream needed to get deleted. And unfortunately, the stream is not going to go up. So if you're looking for that, I'm sorry. Someone was a dick. There was information that was shared, personal information that we didn't want shared. So don't be a dick. If you're a dick, it affects our content, which is unfortunate. It affects the people who come on our show. It makes people who come on our show, maybe scared. And we don't want people to be scared to come on our show thinking that someone's going to put information in there that doesn't need to be seen. So don't be a dick. BBB, it's good to see you, my dude. D-Bad, what's up, John? How you doing? Yeah, we tried to get him pretty quick, but sometimes it's hard. Oh, Wild Chewy. I saw you playing some Rocket League earlier, Chewy. How was that? That one was very bent. If you don't know who Chewy is, when you're new here, I'm actually only one half of Mechs on Deck. Chewy's the other half, the better half. He's got fantastic locks and a beautiful beard. He's also got a pretty cool wife, Doodle Bob. She does typing tests. She makes insane food. Sherbert? More excited for Sherbert or Turquoise Telios? Sherbert, dude. Anything new? I think Sherberts are interesting because of the price. What up, Abracadaniel? AKA Doodle Bob, AKA Oily Josh. Just be making sure that this is like straight on the screen. How's everyone like the new top down? Is everyone a fan of top down? I like top down. I think it looks better than the over the shoulder. This camera? Well, welcome, I see Felipe. Or Philippa. So this camera, sorry for just hitting the mic, is a Sony a6500 with the Sigma 16mm 1.4 lens. Needs kittens. Unlucky. I don't have cats. I got a dog though. I got a dog. I can see if I can get him in. I don't know where he's at. Anubis, come here, bud. What up, my dude? How you doing? You wanna come say hi? Here, bud. I don't know if you can see him. Oh, hey, bud. Thank you. This is Anubis. He is a pointer Australian Shepherd mix, and he's shedding like crazy. Holy crap. He's a good boy. He's about, what, 3.5 now? Good lord, he's getting old. Yeah, Anubis and Osiris. So, I actually have Chewy to thank for me having Anubis. I just broken up with a girl at the time. Just ended. It wasn't a fantastic relationship. He's like, dude, we're going to the shelter, to the animal shelter. I was like, all right. Went there, me, Chewy, Doodle Bob. This is when we lived together. We're hanging out, we're walking around. I'm like, man, I don't really see any dogs that I like. Chewy comes back to me, he goes, dude, you gotta come look at this puppy. He's so cute. They had Anubis behind the counter. He's about 3 months old. He just gotten a whole bunch of shots. Just gotten neutered. Very early, I know, but it's a shelter. He was in puppy jail, so they got to do it. Played with him for about an hour. I was not sure. Called my mom. Was like, hey, should I get this dog? She's like, I'm not taking care of him. And I was like, well, that's good news because I don't live with you. So I'm going to go ahead and get him. And then we did, and now I have him, and I can't imagine life without Anubis. He's a good pup, good dog. He's a goofball, super quiet. super chill, kind of lazy, but also not. It's funny because Anubis doesn't like bark. He howls, kind of. He makes like this weird noise. Do I live with anyone right now? No, I don't. Oh, Anubis does love water. He's all about the water. I live on my own. We went our separate ways, you know. Chewy and I, we broke up the three-peat. The three-peat. We broke up the power couple. The trifecta. That was Chewy, Osiris, and Doodlebob. It was good times. But they got married. We moved across the street from each other, basically. Literally in the same apartment complex. Then I moved across town where I live now. They still live on the other side of town. Not too far. It's only like 10 minutes. Still hang out a lot. Obviously talk a lot. From roommates to neighbors. Yeah, dude. Dude, why are so many of these switches like bent pins? Holy crap. It's like the 5th or 6th bent pin. And these aren't soldered. Yeah, we never really visited when we lived that close. I feel like that was also when I was like, I feel like I was at my busiest then. I don't know. I think it was good. Not that we had many issues, but the slight little bit of separation, I'm sure it was nice for both parties. Just kind of have, it was the first time I'd lived by myself, had my own place. Nice to kind of experience that. I got real deep into gaming. That was a big thing. I got into a Overwatch team. The switches are already lubed. So these are lubed with 3203 on the base and some PTFE, dry PTFE on, whoa, this is leaking. No, it's not. It's from my cup. Dry PTFE on the stems. I think it was called Anime is a Sin. I think that was the name of our team. It was like Diamond. Like Diamond Range. It was a DPS player. Hit scan specifically. And then Zarya main for the year and a half that was Goats. So I'm trying it out. Because if I don't like it, I'm not afraid. I have an ultrasonic cleaner. I can just clean them right up and redo it. So I wouldn't, this is a first time doing it. So I wouldn't necessarily like recommend it right now just because I don't really know what the turnout's going to be down the line. But I wanted to try it out. So if you're wanting a more classic, just do 3203 on the stem and the base. With 78 grams, you can get away with doing 3204, but you will lose a tiny bit of tactility. All right. PTFE and co-star stabs, yeah. PTFE is pretty nice though. Let's see, do we have any bent pens before we get going? Bent pens, where you at? There's one. Two. Three, wow. 3 bent pens. It happens sometimes with the ultrasonic cleaner. You either run it longer or wipe it down with like a brush, like a dry paintbrush or something. Dude, what the hell? This one's like hooked on the end. Interesting. Still a little bit, but good enough. What's the point? What's the price point on those shoes? I think I got mine for like $60. It wasn't insane. Definitely not the most expensive one out there. I just got a basic one. Mainly bought it to clean Holy Pandas. The drop Holy Pandas specifically, because those had terrible issues, or not issues, those had terrible factory lube jobs. Lube job sounds weird. It sounds kind of gross. Did you do a good job lubing? Did you have a good lube job? Come on. There we go. Oof. And now we have to delete this. So when I have a tub like this of 205 grade 0, 3203, and 3204. And I had it sent to my work. People were like, what the hell is that? It's like, it's lube. It's definitely an awkward conversation. I was like, oh, it's for keyboards. They're like, sure. Like, all right, if you don't believe me. All right, let's check again. Let's do another once over. All right, I think we're good. I think we're set. Got everything we need. We can do LEDs later. Not gonna do them right now. Don't really care. Hate LEDs. Time to get to soldering. If you say switch lubricant, it sounds a lot better. I feel like the word lubricant is what sounds terrible. Because it sounds like you're trying to hide it. I'm left-handed, I solder everything upside down. If you're left-handed, try it out. To me, it works better. You're not in risk of taking off these. Tell them it's an oil change for lube. I just want to get lubed up, you know? Lubed up and ready to go. Lubricant makes it seem like you're trying not to sound like you're talking about the 60 time, but you are. True, blind assassin. True. What is that? 5 viewer raid. Existentially yours. Thank you for the raid with 6 actually. Appreciate it, my doggy. How was your stream? What did you do? What did you build? Lube God. I mean, Krulbit calls himself the Lube Goblin. That's a thing. Some silent switch testing. Interesting. What did you come up with? What'd you try? Did you try inks, alpacas, Xylants, Helios? What did you try? Helios, MX Xylants, Rosilio stems, and MX housing, but I want to expand it out a lot more. Interesting. I know that the new alpaca Xylants were supposed to use a different way than Xylants, and Helios do. I'm interested to see how that is, what it is, and how it works. Yeah, what were your findings? Like, what were you looking for? What did you find? Temu silence. Temu silence. Interesting. That is an interesting take. I'm not sure about Temu silence. I haven't used Temu switches except for at meetups, and I really did not like them. Not for me. But I have a weird switch taste. I don't like tangerines. Everyone loves tangerines. I haven't tried the new ones, so I can't speak to those. But Cartoon 91, you have a fantastic evening, night, whatever it is. Good luck with your homework. I hope you finish it quickly so you can get a good night's sleep and be ready for hump day. Maybe you'll get a lube job on hump day. Who knows? That's a Monka TOS. That is a Monka TOS right there. Thank you for the follows. Poke Power Turtle and Mechanics. I think that's the way. Pretty sure he's underage. Listen. You ain't gotta be 18 to lube some switches, alright? You can lube up your creams when you're under 18. We are flirting right now. We are flirting. With some TOS. Am I the only one confused? The big cam is not upside down. Big cam is not upside down. Here's something that has... The PCB is upside down because I'm left-handed. I'm left-handed, my dudes. Gotcha. Dude, Chewie is the mech god, dude. When you lube your creams, that might be the limit, dude. That noise. So silky smooth, dude. Why did I say it was better to use a heavier spring for Zycos? Because of the tactility of the switch. It helps out with resetting. Sometimes if you're using like a 67 or even like a 63.5 gram spring, it can have trouble resetting. That's the problem. Or use whatever donor Zelios you had, if you had 78 gram donor Zelios, use those. Use the springs from those. The OG Zycos were used with 78 gram Zelio springs. It does say your name. Wanted to shout you out, but I didn't want to at you because I didn't want you to have all the red in the chat. Because you don't necessarily need to respond unless you want to. I guess it still makes it red even if it's just your name, but still. Wanted to give you the props that you deserve. 55 grams would be way too light. It literally probably would not reset quickly enough. Like, you'd have issues. Especially on a stab, exactly. Chewy is the creator of the Zyko, so if any of y'all in chat have questions about Zykos right now, be the time to ask, since he's here talking. I wish Discord emojis worked on Twitch. What Discord emoji do you want to use? Thank you for the follow, Blaziv? Blazivi? I don't know. However you say your name, man. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Bread waggle? What the hell is that? So if you're just tuning in, you're just getting here, please come back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, about 22 hours from now. We will be live with Jay, not Jay from Top Clack, not Jay from that you probably know, but Jay, the GM of the Overwatch League team, the Toronto Defiant. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be different from what we've done in the past. We're going to talk about esports. We're going to talk about his journey in mechanical keyboards. We're going to talk about kind of his plans for the upcoming year. It's going to be a good time. I'm interested to hear about how his new players are liking his boards. He's big in the community. He's got a ton of stuff. Yeah, Jane is a Keeb guy. He is. He's a good dude. He's a nice guy. Good dude. Doesn't really do as much as with content as I would hope he had done, but be able to give him some crap about that later this year. That was interesting. Jane's pretty. Is that up you? True. You can't stand Jane. Why? Because he invented esports? I'm just memeing. Jane's actually a really nice guy. I think he gets a lot more crap than he deserves. He's not afraid to be the bad guy. That's what I enjoy about him. If you don't know who we're talking about, Jane was a content creator for Overwatch. He was a streamer. He did a lot of content around how to get better at the game, a lot of instructional, informational content. Helped out tons and tons of people in the community. He did different tournaments with his community. It was a good time. A lot of fun. I participated in some of those tournaments. And he I don't agree with he only got the job because of his stream. Jane was on the way up before his stream took off. Before the stream really took off, he was already coaching in Australian contenders. I don't know if he necessarily would have gotten as quickly as he did, but he became a assistant coach for the Dallas Fuel, mainly coaching the supports. And they didn't have the best season. He decided to take a step back, and he's just doing content now for Team Envy / Dallas Fuel. So he's done a couple YouTube videos, a couple things content-wise for them there. But overall, he's not doing as much as he was. I think he made the decision to step back. I think initially he was going to be a coach, but I think he decided to just be a full-time content creator. Like, the offer was there. I could be totally wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's how that went down. Thank you for the follow, Nesquick 41393. Appreciate it. 41,393. That's a lot of numbers. What is the significance of said numbers, though? I want to know. Why? I'm always interested to know why people have the numbers that they do in their name. It's your B-day. All right, I feel you. I feel you, my dude. Were you born on a Friday? I missed one. Death Adder V2 just came out. I don't even know what that is. I'm assuming that's an artisan. Mouse. Oh. I do know what that is. I am not a fan. We're talking about mice here. Not a fan of the Death Adder. Razer products are a big no-no for me. Music's gone. Let's get this back going again. Razer products are no-go. I have a Zowie ZA13 that I love. Alright, let's plug this bad boy in. Let's double check it. Make sure everything's good. Hey Brez, it's okay, man. Appreciate you coming back. Can't use Razer. Me neither, my doggy. Alright. This isn't working at all. Do I need to... Maybe it would help if I had this... if I had switch hitter, like, at the front. That would probably help in making sure that things work. What I found strange is that split backspace was already programmed on it. I don't like the fact that control for caps, it's like, come on, man. But thanks to Chewy, this is VIA compatible. So I will be able to make this my own. Pretty easy. That's function. That's space. That's alt. That's control. Alright, so these two are functions. This one's listed as home right now, but I'm going to make it a function. Yeah, VIA has a switch history now, I know. Make sure that that's a... It's not wired as a function, I think. No, it's not. Interesting. It might just be that the layers aren't set up. There's probably nothing on this layer. Everything looks good. Let's put it together. Need the VIA option to not look. Swap to light. Oof. Oof. I'm gonna have to put these all out here because there's like 3 different screws in here. Okay. 8. Have I built a Gothic 70? I have not. I've not built that. I don't need quite that many. Oh, do I need the long ones? I don't think so. Small button head. Yeah, that's what I figured. I didn't know if I needed the long ones for these, but there's no reason why I would need them. Turn that off. My handy dandy, this guy. Bring my mic back. He's having issues with the PCB. What kind of issues? Like, is it the same? There's no way it's the same. This one. Yep. Caught it. Hell yeah. I have no freaking idea why the stream just goes black on the audio list for me. Hopefully, I haven't dropped a single frame, so I don't think it's me. But how you doing, Gondo? Good to see you. I have not heard anything about the Gothic having PCB issues. But I know that Twitch kind of blows sometimes. So, there's that. Like a couple weeks ago when we were having issues. It could be, I don't know, maybe it's your internet? I don't know. A bunch of switches didn't work, if that makes sense. Still talking about the Gothic PCB. I wonder if it just needs to be reflashed, if it's not a... rather than it being a issue with the PCB, maybe it just has the wrong, it needs to be reflashed. That could be the case. Oof. Man. Such excite mini wow. This together. Maybe he's still trying to debug it. God, this thing's so heavy. Two Gothics, order some extra PCBs because I'll say I'll lay out. Interesting, interesting. Hopefully they can figure that out. It's never fun when PCBs have issues. I know that's kind of the worst nightmare for people. Dude, right? It's so heavy. World spawn is a cool idea. He's a cool dude. Is that the designer? I'm assuming that's designer. I'm not gonna lie, I know very little, if anything, about Gothic 70. He's a Texan. Interesting. Did not know that. Good middle here. Got dog hair everywhere. Pflugerville. That's a city I haven't heard of in forever. That's kind of out there. Yeah, it's like near Austin area, a little bit outside of Austin. It's a funny ass name though. Mechs. Just tried a 55 grams. I forget that I have 55 gram springs as well. Cannot say that I'm a fan. You're in Houston. So is Blind Assassin. Did it reset, Chewy? Sorry, bud. I mean, everyone knows that you're in Houston that pays attention to the Texas Discord. Alright. Doubt it would on a spacebar. Alright. Let's tidy up a little bit. Let's get some things out of the way. Get him out of the shot. Undo this guy. Stay. Okay. That's the wrong spacebar. Damn it. I go upside down. Get in the hole. That's what she said. Do I have two functions? I don't. So I'm gonna have to change this key to code. Setting the right row height. Okay. Wait, what is it? That's Alt. Alt. Control. Control. Okay. I'm gonna do that in case I like accidentally end stream. Whew. Unplug it. Unplug it. Question mark. Gotta use that. Oh, switch hitter. Bye now. Accidentally did that. Also, I might have muted and unmuted myself. I don't really know what I did. But it'd be like that. So that's how it goes. This layout is gonna mess me up. It's gonna be an interesting day tomorrow using this. Very interesting day. This already sounds so good. For Zelios, this is gonna sound good. I'm taking this to work tomorrow because I told someone that I work with that I would let her see it. Do I really not have an accent? Does bass not come? What? Interesting. Look at my escape. It's not bad. Not bad. Under arrows? There it is. Thank you. Appreciate it. I was like, where the F is it? I was looking at it the whole time. Alright. This is gonna look awesome, by the way. Like I'm getting stoked for this. I don't know if escape doesn't go there. What do you mean? That's where I want it. You allowed to ask what I do for work? Yeah, I work in event sales. I plan events for a living. I'm fine talking about it. I'm not ashamed of it at all. It's pretty good for meetups. It's true. It's true. Wasn't I in banking? No, I was not in banking. Never in banking. I sold guitars and worked on guitars before this. You are thinking of Jay from Top Clack. I'm pretty sure he's in banking, if I remember correctly. You're good, man. You're good. I know how it is. It is late. 10:17. It's a little bit later than I wanted it to be. But it's okay. Sometimes it'd be like that. I can tell right now these mods, these stabilized, are a little bit heavier than I necessarily want them to be. But they will be fine because they will kind of even out over time. This board is pretty dope. And it looks awesome. I'm very excited to finally have this. It's been a long wait. Definitely worth it. Lubed with 205 grade 0. Sadly long. Yeah. Very sadly long. 205 grade 0 is definitely better, in my opinion. You have never done 205, it's definitely worth the try. Question is, what can I put there? Does that seem right? It's not the right road height. That's gonna bother me. I don't have a numpad. I don't have a numpad to grab a 0. Shouldn't I be able to use this? This is... I mean, I could use other keys, but those other keys are not this color. This works. It's made for ISO, which would go over here. So it works out. Check out our sponsors. So we need... Okay. This page up. Down. You're just not feeling waves? Dude, I think this set looks awesome. That is not the right page up. Do I have the right keys for that? There they are. In the bottom. Thank you for the follow, Marky A. Appreciate it, my dude. So, we're almost done. We're nearing the end here. I know I missed a key. I know I missed a key. I've got something for it. Something special. If you're new here and you haven't seen it yet, so what I find really hard about waves to get is not the green, actually. It's hard to show the alpha color. It doesn't pop the same way on video. It just doesn't look the same. But, so I want to give a quick shout out. My co-host, my best friend, my best bud, Chewy. He got me this. Tops it all off. Nice little artisan shishi. Or Keyforge shishi. Lord of Saliva. Looks great. I think it fits enough. Like, I think this looks better with this set than the actual waves commission that they did. I do have the Urichi or Urichi or whatever coming, and then I'm looking for the Molder, or however you say it. Molder. I'm looking for that one. So if you have it and you're looking to get rid of it, let me know. I definitely would enjoy that. Trying to get the 3 of the Lord of Saliva colorways. This thing feels great, man. Oh, that's gonna be weird. Do people lube springs one by one? Tub lube? Okay, Sky. As Tube said, tub lube or bag lube. One of those two. Tub lube or bag lube. Get out of here. It's me. Get out of here. All right, let's get the thumbnail going. So this, we'll do a typing test here in a second. This is the OSA by Blind Assassin. Number 9 of 20 GMK waves. This looks pretty hot, I'm not gonna lie. Looks pretty hot. So basically tub lube is, you put the springs in a tub of some sort, whether it's a Tupperware jar, something that has a lid, put it in there, put all the springs, put some lube, and you shake. Just shake it up. And then it's nice, it's coated, somewhat even. Probably could be a little bit more even. Or you could just use a plastic bag. You can't do that with 205, but you wouldn't want to lube springs with 205. It's a little bit much lube. All right. Y'all want to hear how this sounds? Debating. We're going to try something different. Well, no, I don't have it set up. Do that next time. All right. Let's see how this sounds. Let's close out that. Let's turn the music down. So weird. Okay. It sounds really good. I agree that shift sounds good. The reason why it sounds so thocky is because of the proximity. The spacebars actually sound better. But that's because this mic has a little bit of a, when you're off axis from it, it has a lot more low end. But it definitely sounds incredible. Very, very, very excited to finally have this. Looks and sounds stunning. Here's a just one more. But yeah, so this is my OSA in gray, 78 gram Zelio V2s, GMK waves, Lord of Saliva, Shishi. Looking so mighty beautiful, matching very, very well. Very, very well, I must say. Look at that, the little gems inside. Look at how perfect that is. Look at how perfect that is. She looks good. She looks good. With that being said, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsors. You can go to switchmod.net/mechsondeck. Get 4% off anything that's in stock. I know that Kralbit is working to get lubes back in stock. He did a restock today. More to come, so be sure to check that out. We will also have a $5 discount code for GMK Metaverse V2 that starts on Saturday. So check us out on Discord. Make sure to join our Discord to get that code. We will be promoting it all throughout the month of January and into February. So definitely be sure to join us on Discord and check that out when we go live with that. Up next, Zap Cables. Head on over to Zap Cables. Pick yourself up a cable. It'll be the best cable you've ever had. If you want to make it yourself, you can get a DIY kit. And he's got some pretty sweet desk mats. Definitely recommend checking out the Flash desk mat. Not Flash like Marvel, but Flash like tattoo Flash. If you're into American traditional tattoo work, it's pretty sweet. Next up, mechsondeck.dixiemech.com. Pick yourself up. Not Marvel. Wow, I'm so Papega, dude. My brain is so smooth. I am so sorry to Chewy. I'm so sorry. Mechs on Deck might just end because of that. Mechs on Deck might just end because of that. Oh, he didn't hear. Cool. All right, we're good. Nothing, Chewy. You're good. You're good. It's okay. Head on over to mechsondeck.dixiemech.com. Pick up GMK Burgundy Round 3. It's running all month. You want to get it. Because if you don't, you're going to feel like you missed out in 6 months when everyone has Burgundy, and it's everywhere. Last but not least, you can go to store.projectkeyboard/?reference equals Mechs on Deck, or just go to this link. Pick yourself up a Tengu. If you like this board and you want to get something that's an ALA style layout, the Tengu is running right now. It's a little bit different than this. Looks a little bit different. It's a gasket mount. This is a top mount. Doesn't have this big brass weight in the back. A little bit different. But you will still get yourself an ALA style layout. So check out the Tengu, as well as pick up a Sirius Extra. They have Win keyless in stock still. Get yourself one of these. It'll be a match made in heaven. Get yourself a Win keyless Sirius. Pick yourself up a Tengu. Make sure to use our link if you are looking to get one. Helps us out a ton. With that being said, I'm going to find someone to raid. I know that Mr. Man of Interest himself was looking at streaming his cool board tonight. So I believe that is who we are going to raid. Again, we will be live tomorrow about 20 21 and a half hours from now. I think that's right. Yeah. We'll be live with Jay, the general manager of the Overwatch League team, the Toronto Defiant. He is a keyboard enthusiast. We're going to talk about lots of cool stuff, talk about Overwatch, talk about keyboards, talk about Owl Season 3. So if you want to come back and hear that cool convo, come check us out tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central Time, here on twitch.tv/Mechs on Deck. So with that being said, we are going to /raid Man of Interest. It's interests, right? With an S. Yes, it is. All right. Go on over. Watch the cool board. Huey makes some of the most awesome content in this community. One of my favorite guys. Great dude. It's a lot of fun to talk to. Cool board's really fun. Get involved in the chat. Vote on the cool board. And hang out with Huey. He's a good guy. We will see y'all tomorrow. Like I said, be sure to come back 8 p.m. Central Time. Y'all have a good night. Bye now.